Edward Theodore Gein was an American serial killer who committed crime in Wisconsin between 1954 and 1957. Gained wide notoriety in 1957 after police discovered that he had been keeping body parts from corpses at his rural farmhouse. Gein made furniture from bones and skin, and fashioned lampshades and masks from human flesh. He was eventually convicted of first-degree murder for the killing of Bernice Worden, and was found to be legally insane. He was confined to a mental institution until his death in 1984. His early life was marked by several traumatic events. His father was an alcoholic and abusive man, and his mother was a devoutly religious woman who isolated her children from the outside world. When he was a boy, his mother died of cancer, and his father was committed to an asylum. He was sent to live with his aunt, who was a cold and distant woman. Gein's social isolation continued throughout his life. He had few friends and never married. He worked as a farmhand and odd job man, but was eventually laid off. In 1954, he moved to a farmhouse on the outskirts of Plainfield, Wisconsin. His crimes began in 1954, when he broke into a local hardware store and stole body snatching tools. He began visiting cemeteries and digging up graves. He would collect the bones and body parts of the corpses and take them back to his farmhouse. Gein used the body parts to make furniture and other items. He made lampshades from human skin and masks from human faces. He also made a belt from human nipples and a bowl from a human skull. His crimes came to light in November 1957, when police were investigating the disappearance of Bernice Worden, a local hardware store owner. They followed a trail of blood from Worden's store to Gein's farmhouse, where they found her body hanging in the barn. Police searched his farmhouse and discovered a macabre collection of body parts and human remains. They found human heads in the refrigerator, a heart in a frying pan, and a stack of skulls in the basement. He was arrested and charged with Worden's murder. He initially confessed to the killing, but later recanted his confession. He was eventually found not guilty by reason of insanity, and committed to the Central State Hospital for the Criminally Insane in Waupun, Wisconsin. Gein spent the rest of his life in the mental institution. He died of cancer in 1984 at the age of 77. Gein's crimes have been the subject of numerous books, movies, and television shows. His story has also been referenced in popular culture, such as in the novel Psycho by Robert Bloch and the film The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. His motivation came from a variety of sources, such as his mental condition, social isolation, and his upbringing. He was a deeply troubled man who committed horrific crimes. His story is a cautionary tale about the dangers of mental illness and the importance of social interaction. Analysis of Gein's crimes. Gein's crimes were unusual in a number of ways. He was not a typical serial killer in that he did not kill for sexual gratification or to gain power over his victims. Instead, his crimes were motivated by a deep-seated fascination with death and the human body. Gein's crimes were also unusual in their brutality and perversity. He not only killed his victims, but he also mutilated their bodies and used their body parts to make furniture and other items. This behavior suggests that Gein had a deep-seated hatred of women and a desire to dehumanize them. Gein's impact on society. The effects of Gein's crimes on society were significant. His story was widely reported in the media, and it sparked a national debate about mental illness and violence. Gein's crimes also led to a number of changes in the way that law enforcement agencies investigated and prosecuted homicides. The tragic side of human nature is illustrated through Gein's tale. It serves as a reminder of the value of prevention and understanding of mental health issues. This was the video, guys. If you are loving these serial episodes, please do subscribe and hit the like button. We will meet soon.